What's up, everybody? This is Adam Richmond, athletic trainer at Precision Performance Therapy. I want to welcome everybody back to another episode of Movement Monday. Today we're going to go over the front plank. The front plank is a very traditional exercise that we see used throughout the strength conditioning community. But too often I see a few things that go wrong that I would like to try to remedy during this video today. So I'm going to give you a little demonstration of what I see too often. So when we get into the front plank position, our anterior core should be resisting hyperextension of the lumbar spine or the entire spine. Too often I see athletes kind of dangling here where their hips are barely off the floor. Their upper back is flat and their shoulder blades are popping off the thoracic spine. And we just have this entire lumbar to thoracic curve that is extended and has no anterior core engagement to resist that extension. When I see these athletes performing the front plank this way, I know that they are feeling it in their back. They'll tell me, oh yeah, that's a really great exercise, I really feel it in my back. That makes me laugh because we're trying to feel it in the front of the body, not in the back. When athletes tell me that, they are taking their lumbar spine and basically just crushing into extension and hanging out there, bone on bone. They're not using any core engagement or muscular involvement to maintain that position. They're merely hanging out on passive structures of ligaments and bone on bone to allow them to stay in that position. So there's no anterior core, there's no bracing, there's no abdominal contraction whatsoever. They're just hanging on passive structures. So we want to try to fix that. So a few cues that I will give athletes to try to remedy the hyperextension and to engage some abs are, one, we're going to start with a setup. We're going to unlock the knees to get rid of some of the quad tension. So as I have them set up, instead of having their knees completely hyperextended, I will allow them to bend the knees a little bit. That'll give a little bit of free motion to the pelvis, so the quads aren't pulling us into that hyperextension, into that anterior pelvic tilt. So what we're going to have them do, unlock the knees, and then what I'm going to do is start with an exhale, just like everything else. We're going to inhale through our nose, we're going to exhale, and we're going to reach long into the floor. So we're driving our elbows into the ground and pushing the ground away from us. The next thing we're going to do is on the next exhale, we're going to bring our belt buckle up towards our mouth. So we're going to inhale, exhale, reach long, and then tuck the belt buckle under us, and then try to maintain that position. I'm feeling lots of abs right now, and my spine should be in a neutral position, and my upper back should be as round as I can get it without over crunching and over recruiting the rectus abdominis. From here, we can go either for time or we can go for breaths. I prefer to go for breaths, so that way my athletes are concentrating on breathing through the brace and not just holding their breath. Holding the breath is a good strategy when we're trying to lift a max deadlift or a big max squat. However, we need to be able to maintain the core engagement and breathe over top of it in sports and athletics. So during the front plank, I want to engage my core by reaching long through the elbows to open up the upper back. I'm going to have them unlock the knees so I can bring my belt buckle towards my mouth and posteriorly tilt the pelvis just a little bit, not more to neutral, not to actually posteriorly tilt it. And then we should see a nice lordotic curve in the lumbar spine and a little bit more kyphotic curve in the thoracic spine. So that's the setup for the front plank. I hope you enjoyed it and this is helpful. Check back next week for more tips and tricks on mobility and stability training here with Precision Performance Therapy. Thanks.